Kyle here from All Media Reviews, here to do review number 2 for Small League Sing Ships Weeks, the second EP after they released, I should probably bring it up again, in 2007, their debut album. And I don't know if they released anything under Beyond Analog. That's a video for another day that I've never even checked out, but they probably just had like a demo. After their debut album in 2007, again, Until the World is Happy, Wake Up You Sleepyhead. Just call it the Sleepyhead, You Sleepyhead Son. The Sleepyhead album. They put out I don't know what, they played some live show. I don't know what was going on. That's why I thought, that also, to not forget, they had 2 different tragedies. Although that was more on the time, well, they ended up moving to Portland, but it was before that. They had, Judd Hancock, unfortunately, had a diagnosis of cancer, and they ended up beating it. And then Ryan, who joined the band after this, I forget his last name, he ended up getting in like some motorcycle accident. So that may be partly why they didn't put out anything from 2007 to, let's see here, progressive pop, art pop band. You have the names in here. Ryan Garner. Yeah. But that's probably why, you know, so, and Ryan Garner joined, just before the second release. It was called Oak Street. It's called Oak Street Basement. And, you know, it's just a picture of, like, a boombox or a ghetto blaster, ghetto blaster, against the wall. And I always kind of treated it as just like a, like a basement recording. Like Cloud Cult's, you know, first album or, but, you know, it actually doesn't sound like total, like, DIY basement recordings. But I never, it's only 5 tracks, but it came out in 2011 called Oak Street Basement. I know on the Instagram page they were asking fans what their favorite song was, and someone mentioned Pray for Pills. Ironically, having now revisited this EP, I probably listened to it in 2015, the last time I listened to it. Pray for Pills is the one track I don't like that much, even though it's the first track. It's okay, but I'll say the 4 tracks after that, His Days Are Like Grass, Bloom, Glass Hypnotist, and Shuttersome are all really good. Shuttersome is, the beginning I'm not so crazy about, but it builds really well. And Glass Hypnotist is surreal, the piano use. Pray for Pills is like maybe the most sort of out there song they've ever did. It's, Circle Taste Square you're talking about, or like, Gather Before Gather, the name of the band. It was just crazy. It's crazy vocals, but I sometimes it can only take so much of it, as much as I do like a lot of weird vocals. But, you know, those 3 tracks in the middle all work for me. I was listening to them today. You know, His Days Are Like Grass. Oh, it's perfect. It's proggy, you know. So, even though this is their second release, this is their first release with Ryan Garner, who I think plays guitar, but again, I'm not sure about the lineup. I mean, for a band I love, I don't know all the lineup names, who plays what. London Monroe's the drummer. Judd Hancock, I know, is okay. Looking at the videos, that was London. So, because one of the singers sounds more high pitched, one of them is more kind of like the singer from Wolf Parade. It's weird, you know. It's like you're trying to figure out which singer is which. For a while, I didn't even know that with Jellyfish, or with Apes and Androids is another example of that. But yeah, I mean, Oak Street Basement, it's kind of a fortune of where things would go, because they're using some more samples on this, and like more the dynamics that I would come to love on these other records. And I think they kind of felt, it seemed like the sort of the screaming, the punk elements were kind of being even put more on the back burner, other than on Pray for Pills, which is, again, that is as much gospel. That's the band I was thinking of. Pray for Pills could be a gospel song in some ways. They're not quite as trippy as gospel, but it's kind of a crazy fashion using progressive and, you know, post-hardcore punk elements. So, yeah, I mean, I can't say a ton more about it. I mean, I put a bunch of these tracks on my 2011 playlist, but it was their second release. It was an EP. And in some ways, it was a step sort of forward, or in, you know, evolution of what they became. In some ways, you know, they started using some xylophone, if I recall, on this. I think it's on Bloom. So, but yeah, Oak Street Basement, really decent EP, you know, and it kind of adds to their catalog. I mean, I wouldn't put it at the top of my favorites, but because I haven't listened to it enough, and you know, I love some of the other records more. But give it a thumbs up. I gave it 3.5 stars on Rate Your Music. If you've heard Small League Sing Ships, or if you've not heard, you should check it out again. It's on Spotify. I think it's on BANDCAMP. Not all their releases are on both, but most of them are on between the two of them. And of course, the new album Low Tide, which comes out on Friday. October 20th, is going to be on both Spotify and their Bandcamp page, which you can pre-order, and also does include a download already. I know you can stream some of the songs, which some of the singles they've released, including one of them is the it's not a Cyndi Lauper cover, but she got known for those girls who just want to have fun. But again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'll see you next time.